Hi there. Today I'm going to teach you how to use a website called Netvibes to manage all your various parts of your social media campaign. This is a dashboard tool, and you can find it at netvibes.com, netvibes.com. And the dashboard that I want to show you and that we're going to review today is a previous client that I had called Sidcore, and you can actually see that's a public page, netvibes.com / CYDCOR dash dashboard. And you can see what I have laid out here. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to have a easy place for a client to go and see what we're calling the surface area. So where are they being mentioned? What are people saying, etc. And the tabs that we decided on were a news tab, a videos tab, conversations tab, alerts tab, and then I did one called Analyze, and I'll explain that a little bit later. The news one, this one I put on Google News, Yahoo News. I found a forum search, and I did Google blog search. So I just want to show you, like when you go into Netvibes and sign up for an account, the first thing I want to show you is you get this tab called Dashboards. When you start to set up your account, you'll actually be in a private area. So you're not going to have a public facing dashboard. I've made this mistake a few times, which is I went in and set up my public or my private account just the way I wanted it, and then I realized there's no way to make my private account public. Each account does have a public dashboard. In this case, it's a Sidcore dashboard. You want to go there, click on that, and then that'll take you to your public facing dashboard, and that's what you want to set up. So now, of course, if you wanted to make a private account where you don't want other people to see it, that's perfect. Makes perfect sense to keep it in your private section. In fact, you can have multiple private dashboards. You can only have one public dashboard. So let me just show you how I add these little widgets. It's pretty easy. So in these are all actually RSS feeds. There's actually only a couple different widgets you can use. In the essential widgets, you can have a web page, which you would think that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing the web page, but actually we have feeds here. So in this case, it's a Google News feed. So if I go to Google News and I set one up, just went to Google News, news.google.com, and searched for Pepsi. This will show me all the places in Google News where Pepsi shows up. And what you want to do is you want to grab the RSS feed for that. So you go down to the bottom and you see this RSS link, and you right click on it and say copy the link address. You go to your dashboard, you paste that into your RSS and click add feed. Now you get this widget down here, and you can actually create multiple of these, but while we're here, let's just add this one. And really that's it. So now we have all the top 100 results from Google News for Pepsi. And that's what I did here with Yahoo as well. What I want you to recognize is that on the news page, you can put whatever news you want. Google News and Yahoo News seem the most relevant to me. But you know, if your client is showing up in CNN, anything that has an RSS feed that makes sense to be in the news tab, you can put here. And let's look at the videos. Really, this is all the same stuff. So in this case, I would go to YouTube and I type in Pepsi and get the RSS feed, create the RSS widget, and stick it in here. Now, the only two video sites that I thought produced any decent results were YouTube and a website called TrueVio. You know, what I would do first before I started adding widgets is I would go and search for my client in these sites and see, like here, TrueVio. Of course, there's going to be some videos about Pepsi, but if your client is more obscure and there's no results for it, then I wouldn't add that widget. In the case of this client, the Sidcore client, there was some results, as you can see here. Sidcore winners. Sidcore makes you say, wow. A great way to visually see where your videos are showing up across the sites you're searching. The same thing for conversations. I did a Twitter search for Sidcore, and I'll just quickly show you how that works. Same way, oh, sorry. Actually, you go to search.twitter.com. And type in your keyword phrase. And then here is where you get the RSS feed for it. So let's just copy that. And let's just add content. So here we have the Twitter search results. Now you can see how some of these I made quite a bit longer than the others. And you can do that by setting up here. So the number of items to display, you can have it up to 20. And then you can set different parameters, like by date, open directly in the site. So if I clicked on it, it opens directly in the site. So here I just set it to 20. Now you can see there's 20 results from Twitter search. So for the conversations, I used search.twitter.com. I used Yahoo Answers, or answers.yahoo.com. I also did one called Social Mention. I did one for blogs, in particular Social Mention blogs. You can search, and then I did one for the Social Mention network. So that would be everything. That way it gives a little bit more. If you're just interested in what blogs are searching, you could go there. Alerts, I have set up Yahoo Alerts. I'm sorry, Google Alerts. And so in this case, if I wanted to set up, I would go to Alerts. Right, so here I have a couple of my own private Google Alerts. So let's add another one. And then let's do the Pepsi. And what we want here is deliver to, and we want to deliver to a feed. So here if I create that alert, and you can see now I have a feed icon, and I want to copy that. And let's add another one. Okay, and since that feed hasn't, or that alert hasn't been activated for very long, it won't have any results. But give it a little bit of time, and you'll start to see alerts show up in here. Let's just delete that for now. And here in Analyze is an interesting place to put. Now this is actually where you use that web page widget that I was talking to you about. So here, Essential Widgets, we want to use the web page widget, and I'll show you in a second. SEO Moz, inbound links is the Yahoo Site Explorer. So here's where you would put anything where you're interested in finding out data. You want to find out, like for instance, I have the first page of Google for my keyword phrase. I have my domain name set in compete.com, so I can see how much traffic I'm getting. I have the first page results from the website Social Mention, which I was trying to show you before. Oh, here we go. So I have that first page result in a widget here. Have one called Blog Pulse. You can put anything you want here, whatever makes sense for your client to be able to see in one place. That's basically it. And I actually went a little further and added a custom header and stuff just to make it look nice. But that's a great, so there it is. It's just a great way to see, hey, what's all the news happening for my client or my product or my service or my competition, what videos, what conversations, what alerts, all in one place. You could even have your brand and each tab be a different competitor. So you can say, hey, who's getting the most traction, what's going on in the universe. So that's it. That is Netvibes for social media monitoring. It's a great tool. It's free. Check it out, and good luck.